The claws are out and the celebrity cat fight is on. Deep in the heart of Brixton, a high-rise tower block is alive with the sound of brawling kitties. First to sharpen their talons is ITV boss, Dame Carolyn McCat, who has just lost one of her 9 lives, narrowly avoiding a television set that Tracy has flung out of her top-floor window. Soaked to the bone from the lashing rain, Dame McCat cuts a bedraggled figure as she battles her way to the entrance. Skulking her way up the concrete steps with her tail between her legs, she grips the handrail with the skin of her teeth and begins the long and arduous journey to the top of the tower block. But what is this? Something sinister is wriggling around in the stairwell. She inches closer, hovering over the spectacle only to find it's just an old tomcat, who is crouched in the dark and dank corner licking its wounds. It also appears to be stuck in a loop, chattering its teeth and repeating the same mantra over and over again.
I did not groom the kitten. I did not groom the kitten.
It's Phillip Schofield.
How inappropriate.
Dame McCat scowls, turning up her nose as she saunters past. As she continues clawing her way to the top of the block, a taxi is heard pulling up outside. She leans over the railing for a brief moment but decides that she can't be bothered to investigate. A cat who takes his passenger wherever she wants to go is covering its receding hairline with a chauffeur's hat while he opens all the doors. But what is this? A Cheshire cat trussed up in a white dress falls out onto the road. Apparently it's been to the British Television Awards and is rather worse for wear, but amazingly, it still manages to slither across the grass without spilling a drop from its glass of champagne. With a grin bigger than that of Zippy from Rainbow, it bungles itself into the tower block and ascends the stairs. By George. It's certainly digging in its talons, isn't it? Completely ignoring former bestie, Phillip Schofield, who is now hiding from spit inside the broken lift, it hurries past pretending that it doesn't know him. Several steps up, though, it has second thoughts and asks him if he's okay. Without bothering to wait for a reply, it turns on its paws and gathers speed, eventually passing Dame Carolyn McCat, who is still busy clawing her way to the top. With renewed gusto, a flash of its white dress can be seen disappearing around the final few steps. Neither deterred nor distracted by the rotten fish slung at it from all directions by several angry residents. It reaches its destination and meows outside Tracy's door.
Hello, this is Tower Block Tracy speaking. Who's there? It's Holly Willoughby. If you're here to sell me some more bull, I'm afraid I'm not interested. No, I'm not. Firstly, I'd like to ask if you are okay. I hope so. I'm just popping by to blame everything on everybody else. I am perfect. I never put a foot wrong. Look. See. Look at my goody 2 paws.
2 large green feline eyes peer out from the letterbox.
I'm afraid you've trodden in dog muck. You cannot enter my living quarters.
Holly drops her shrinking head to observe the stinking mess and surmises that she must have trodden in something foul when she passed her bestie Phillip on the stairwell. She tilts slowly to one side and lifts her eyes up to the letterbox, meowing.
I didn't know.
Tracy snaps her letterbox shut in disgust. Holly, though, doesn't take no for an answer and launches herself into the air and hangs by her talons from Tracy's door knocker. A cat appears at the top of the stairwell. It has bags under its eyes big enough to put a year's worth of cat food in. It's coughing and spluttering and huffing and puffing and looks like something the cat dragged in. It's Dame Carolyn McCat, who has finally reached the top. Holly writhes around, scratching Tracy's door as she desperately clings on for dear life.
She won't open the door,
she says. The letterbox suddenly snaps open, flinging off Holly, who lands squarely on her feet.
Hello, this is Tower Block Tracy. Do one. I'm just here to say I've done nothing wrong. Why don't you believe me? I just don't understand it.
Tracy starts to retch. The waft of nastiness coming from Holly's paws is enough to make her hurl up a hairball, which flies out of the letterbox and knocks Dame Carolyn McCat off her feet.
Right, that's it. I've had enough of the pair of you.
Tower Block Tracy yowls, arching her back as she flings open the door. She hisses at the pathetic pair with all of her might, but Dame McCat has already taken cover and has crawled under a rock that Tracy used as a doorstop to keep her out. Holly is now alone and she quickly flicks out her talons, realizing that she's in for the fight of her life.
No, not you. I want the organ grinder, not the monkey. Get out of my way.
Tower Block Tracy meows, pushing her out of the way. But wait. What is this? There's something red furiously flapping in the air and it's heading straight for them. The cats look left and right and left, and their attention is momentarily diverted by the anomaly as it zigzags across the sky. Tracy puts her paws on her high brow and squints her bright green eyes.
Is it Superman? Of course it isn't. It's a bird.
No. It's a plane.
OMG. It's Eamonn Holmes.
A pair of red booties land with a thud on the railing. In awe, the cats gasp as he swishes aside his undulating cape.
The name is Super Holmes. I know what I know and I speak the truth. I stand up against bad people in the workplace, and if you're going to pick a fight, then pick a fight against me. I've always had that bit of a superhero thing in me.
Eamonn bangs his chest with his paws and smooths down his whiskers before landing rather ungracefully at Tower Block Tracy's foot, which is kicking aside the doorstop. She tries to coax Dame McCat out with a dreamy and surprised and delighted by the offering. She duly crawls out from under her rock, inching closer to her favorite treat. Baring her teeth, she chows down on it, catching Tracy's paw with her razor-sharp molars.
No. Naughty kitty, you really need to learn not to bite the hand that feeds you.
Very well said, my friend, very well said. Why don't you tune into GB News from now on? Let's face it, it doesn't get more real than us.
As quickly as he flew in, Super Holmes is off, flying down the stairwell on his way to give Phillip Schofield another good kicking. Tower Block Tracy has had quite enough of all the shenanigans, and she gingerly wraps her blooded paw with a plaster from a first aid kit. Dame Carolyn McCat looks exhausted and bats Holly Willoughby's pedestal to one side so that she can squeeze past.
Where are you going? The stairwell is that way.
A stumbling Holly asks Dame McCat.
I am trying to get to the door of my own flat. I moved in here yesterday. I wasn't even coming to see that wretched woman, what was her name again? I've never heard of her.
As the rain clouds dissipate and night begins to fall, the flapping red cape of Super Holmes can be seen whizzing past the full moon as he searches the length and breadth of Great Britain on a quest to find somebody that can handle the truth.
Can you handle the truth? You, down there, can you handle the truth? You who? Can anybody hear me? Coo-wee, can you handle the truth? Hello? Are you still there?
Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the blinker hole. For entertainment purposes only.